He helped me out so much with my basketball career. At the age of 37, 38, I decided I wanted to become a semi-pro basketball player after getting offered a contract when I was 30 and because of injury, not being able to accept it. And I wanted to go back to it. And Alex was instrumental in actually helping me achieve this goal. So if you are, well, any type of athlete, but especially a basketball player, reach out to Alex. He has some absolutely amazing protocols and tools that he can use to actually improve your game, improve your physiology, and improve your ability to learn the skills required in basketball to perform at a higher level.
The way, crossing over, sees the opening, a look out, one hand slam, and
I was in stage 3B kidney failure. My liver enzymes were elevated. My platelet count was 150,000 over, which would go up to 300,000 over. I have leukemia. All the markers show leukemia. Well, my bone marrow test came back. I do not have leukemia. I am not in kidney failure anymore. All my numbers are level and in range. And not one doctor prescribed the medicine for me. Every one of them said, I don't know. The only one I got answers from was Alex. I am forever a client and forever a friend. I'm so grateful to him.
Nick DeSimone. DeSimone to the middle. Gunther. They score again. Put it in on Logan Thompson. He scores. What a sweet move, Nick Schmaltz. Strom brings it in. Third shooter. Stopped by the Malka.
Whoa. Ignore that offer. Alex is an absolute weapon, and I would highly recommend him for anyone who wants to improve their health, wants to live well beyond 100 years of age.
After last year receiving a diagnosis of prostate cancer, remarkable turnaround. My libido was hit and miss. My libido's back, which is huge.
When I started with Alex, I was close to 300 pounds, and we did a total recomp within a year, down to 232.
Recovering my post-finasteride syndrome, and we've made nothing but progress. I'd say we are improved in all areas. Sleep, muscle gain, fat loss, mood, everything. Made full recovery to the point where I told him, I was like, I don't think we need to work on anything else other than just training now. I'm going to continue to train with him, of course. He's a phenomenal coach, but in terms of the post-finasteride syndrome, I was like, brother, I think we're good.
My body wasn't responding correctly. When I started up, we found out that my thyroid needed support. My body wasn't clearing estrogen correctly. My AM cortisol was triple what it was supposed to be. This has been extremely beneficial because it feels like my brain is functioning on all cylinders, and I can still diet and I can still perform well in the gym.
I'm married. I'm a father of one with another one on the way, thanks to Alex's fertility protocol.
His positive attitude is so uprising. There's not a way you can go to a conversation with this guy and leave sad. Could not recommend him more. He is the golden nugget that I have found. I went into this looking for somebody I could unload all my questions onto, because when I did it myself, I would just ramble on the internet, find things, try to optimize, change, not be patient enough.
I had LVH escalate to a point where things got really bad. He's able to articulate all the cardiac scans and explain them in a way that makes sense. He gives you a protocol that fixes a lot of those cardiac damage. So he's reduced the size of my left ventricle hypertrophy. He's reduced my cardiac fibrosis, and now he's helping me with my neurochemical aspects of my heart, and I just fully expect it to be fully functioning.
I came to him with a lot of goals, like performance-wise, business-wise, health-wise, physique-wise, because my underlying issue was reoccurring SIBO. Apart from improving my gut, I've noticed a big spike in performance in my sport, as well as my physique got better, obviously, because all the inflammation, water went down, which is really cherry on the cake.
Was pretty banged up health-wise, had a long laundry list of things that were wrong with me. I had seen multiple doctors, had a lot of tests done, and no one seemed to be able to give me an answer. Alex said that there were a lot of fixes that we could do and assured me that I would be fixed. In less than a month, about 75% of my issues, from stomach to heart palpitations, I mean, again, long laundry list, were fixed.
And then also just overall improving aging. You know, as you get older, things just don't start, working the right way. You start feeling older, joints hurt. And so for my goal, since probably about mid last year and all this year, is just improving just overall health and feeling younger. And honestly, this is probably the best I've felt in a very long time.
Started with him just so we can improve my kidney health, and then I would go off on my own again like I was doing originally. But with just all the progress that I've made, I've decided to stay on.
We've shifted from CrossFit to a complete aesthetics-based goal, which was leaning me out, where I saw more results in 10 weeks than I had seen in a lifetime. And now our next goal is onto a strength phase with powerlifting, and I'm confident that he'll be able to deliver the results that I need.
Find Lively down the lane. What a block by Allen on the 7-1 Lively. That's one of the best blocks I've ever seen on a dunk. God, Lively was running downhill, full speed, and Jared Allen just boom! Allen on the other end.
I ruptured both of my patella tendons. After surgeries, everything, my therapist re-ruptured my left tendon. My legs have noticeably grown.
Worked with Alex for nearly 7 years, and we safely put on over 20 pounds of lean tissue in the first few years that we worked together. And that's 20 pounds of lean tissue. So we went from a stage weight of 115 to a stage weight of 140.
It eventually got me a diagnosis of left ventricular hypertrophy of the heart. Fast forward 4 months, and I'm feeling better than ever. All the markers associated with the condition have improved. The wall thickness has reduced. The ejection fraction has improved.
He has a PhD level understanding in multiple areas of physiology, along with his own personal experience and the experience of hundreds, if not thousands of clients. I look to Alex for a broader perspective, but also for the finer details. I know I wouldn't have turned pro in 2021 without his help.
So I've been dealing with some knee pains and different aches and nagging injuries since last year's semifinals in 2022. So fast forward 6 weeks now, I'm up 10 pounds, and for me, this is the heaviest and leanest I've been. My performance as far as in the gym goes, I'm finally lifting weight with a ton of confidence. My knees aren't bugging me anymore. It's so funny, I kind of chuckle myself, but I'm hitting, personal records on lifts, whether it's rep PRs or, 1 rep max PRs or complex PRs.
This debilitating chronic pain where every joint in my body hurts so freaking bad. I think it was about 3 weeks in to working with him, my pain level started to drop, and about 6 weeks into it, the chronic pain, like the daily chronic pain that I had, was gone completely. My workout started to get better. I started to feel strong again for the first time in almost 2 years. You know, I think the guy absolutely changed my life.
Alex helped me a ton. I am, like I said, almost free from the arrhythmia right now, and I'm going to continue the protocol, and hopefully I will be free from it in the next 3 months. So thank you, Alex.
I was having difficulty losing weight, which had never been a problem for me. I've always been an athlete, and for the first time in my life, I felt like I didn't really have control over what my body was doing. And so we've been working on that. And my skin is cleared up. I'm having normal cycles again. And weight-wise, I'm finally able to tone up and feel like I'm in connection with my body again.
My name is Hannah Hartman. I'm an IFBB Pro. 10 out of 10, I'd recommend him to anybody. So much better, so knowledgeable, so much better than, stop going to regular doctors, stop going, unless you have something like emergency. Otherwise, go find somebody that's got knowledge, and Alex would be the one I would recommend 10 out of 10.
I have a stress and anxiety protocol to help so that I can make sure I'm better emotionally regulated for my family and can make better decisions at work. My life wouldn't be the same without him sort of supporting me and coaching me through that stuff. So it's been amazing.
You know, under his guidance, we've made major progress with my health. My thyroid issues are almost completely fixed, and you know, on top of addressing all the health issues, Alex just had helped me make tremendous progress in body composition, my performance in the gym.
I no longer suffer from like IBS, which has been really awesome. I feel like my overall thinking and mental capacity has improved tremendously.
I initially came to him with a right knee injury from a torn quad tendon, as well as some other junk going on down there. But since then, my recovery has been awesome. Alex has basically changed my whole programming.
And everything was going this great trajectory. And then the medication started to stop working. So yeah, it just wasn't giving the same response. So my psychiatrist added another short-acting dexamphetamine on top. And then it really started to not work. So my ADHD symptoms got even worse than before. And my life was just becoming an absolute mess. But then when I tried to stop the medication, I was now so dependent on it that when I didn't take it, I'd sleep for about 20 hours a day. After I started a few of his protocols, after that first day, I only needed an hour nap. And then the second day, I didn't need a nap at all. So he basically gave me my life back in a matter of days.
Ruptured my ACL sparring in Muay Thai, so I'd also fractured my patella. Partway through my healing process, I also popped 2 discs in my back, and I've emailed him straight from the hospital, and he's gotten back to me, and we've altered a few things, and he has got me up and moving in no time. Considering this injury I've had before, but this one was 100 times worse. I was beyond impressed with the results and how fast I could move.
To help me with chronic pain and dysfunction. Right when we started, Alex was very enthusiastic about helping me, and we jumped right in and started working on some of the pain and dysfunction I was going through. Within a few weeks, I saw a tremendous reduction in pain and the ability to actually function day to day. I saw a massive increase in sleep and focus at work, and I returned back to bodybuilding and was able to start working out again.
In that regard, I found Alex to be a wealth of knowledge. If I have a question, then he has an answer, but most importantly, especially for me, a clear explanation as to why. For me, that really is a big deal, because I'm looking to learn from my coach, not just necessarily be told what to do.
Alex was able to really create me a program tailored to myself that allowed me to get stronger, get leaner, move towards where I wanted to go with my body. The other thing Alex helped me do is with the right supplementation and morning routine exercises. He's able to help me level up cognitively, increase my focus and my productivity.
He is an extremely competent coach. He really cares about us and he listens to us. Alex, thank you for everything, your dedication and your passion to help people.
Woke up, I had a stiff neck. Didn't really think too much about it. Wasn't too bad, it was just kind of stiff. Monday I woke up, I couldn't turn my neck to the left. And my elbow was stiff, but I didn't really think they were connected at that point. Later on that day, my ankle started being really stiff as well. I still didn't really think anything about it. Friday woke up, couldn't not even get out of bed, couldn't walk. One of them is a disease called Powassan virus. You know, it's that explains why the antibiotics wasn't work, because there was 5 tick diseases that were bacterial, which would help. The 6th was a virus, and that explains why that didn't help. Plus, they also found the untreated strep throat and mono. So, out of 6 doctors, 2 of them found the strep throat and mono, and 1 of them found all the tick diseases. None of the protocols that they have put me on has helped, and without Alex's help, you know, I really don't know where I would be. I think I'd just still be treading water, you know, just trying to find out what I could do to help.
I worked with Alex. He coached me through 3 of my first preps as a pro. Ended up with those first 3 pro shows, placing my very first show 7th, then 4th the next year, and then the last pro show I did was the Pittsburgh Pro in 2022, where I came in second only to the current Miss Olympia. So I was more than pleased with not only my results, but just everything about working with Alex. He actually helped me solve a lot of long-term problems I had as far as like digestive issues, some hormonal issues that started way before bodybuilding, and it was life-changing for me.
We tried to conceive for a lot longer than either of us felt comfortable with. We were ready to start our family, and it wasn't happening. When I tell you that the investment that we made working with Alex was hands down the best money I've ever spent in my life, I truly mean that. You know, we signed on for 12 weeks. Let's work together for 12 weeks, see if we can conceive. And after week 6, we had a positive pregnancy test. And I will tell you, in my mind, in my heart, I knew it wasn't gonna happen for us. I knew we weren't gonna be able to. So when those 2 lines popped up, oh my gosh, it changed my life.
It was a year ago, and I was struggling with binge eating episodes and adhering to our plan. I gained 50 pounds over the course of that year, and it was extremely hard to get out of that, but Alex was there for me. Every step of the way, he was extremely supportive, and thankfully we overcame that.
He's been a blessing in my life, and it's just been a great opportunity to work with him.
Quality of life, Alex is absolutely someone that you want to look into. You know, he has tons of content that's free, but when you choose to work with him, it is eye-opening to see how different he is and his approaches.
Sadly, I had 3 back surgeries and had to take 2 years off, but Alex was right there to help me pick up the pieces to overcome this huge challenge in my life. And here I am back today, about to compete in a huge show, and I honestly owe it to Alex.
My neurological work, in that time period, I've increased my capacity for work substantially. I've been able to handle longer meetings, a full day of 10 hours of meetings without completely crashing afterwards. I've also been working on a second language, and I've been studying this second language for 2 years now. And in the past 10 weeks, I've gone from conversing 2 to 3 hours, depending on my participation level in the conversation, to over 8 full participation.
I've made the most amount of progress in my entire career working with Alex. Then number 2, with mindset, passion, positivity. Alex is one of the most positive and passionate people that I've ever met in my entire life.
I've been working with Alex for about 6 months on my post-finasteride problems. I'm currently at like 93 to 95%, getting better. Alex has tons of pictures of me. I told him, use the pictures. I don't care who sees it, whatever. I want people to get better from this problem. It's ridiculous that we live in 2024 and we have all these good medical resources, and we still refuse to believe that this problem can be fixed. It's a fixable problem. Alex has an extremely good understanding of the receptor-based issue and all the other little things that go along with having these problems. Like, there's not just one way to fix this problem. There's multiple ways you have to attack it.
I knew that I had some cholesterol issues and some potential cardiac issues, and also being a men's physique IFBB Pro competitor, I wanted to continue to compete as well. And I can't be more excited and happier with the results. Cholesterol issues are much better than what they were. Cardiac issues are certainly within check. And to make things even better as a competitor, our last show that we did together almost a year ago added 20 pounds of stage weight from the prior year.
I was bloated all the time, and less than 2 months, he totally treated.
You know, Alex has made it seem like whatever it was, we're going to take care of it. We're going to get through this together, and that's exactly what we did. It wasn't cancerous at all. It was just a benign bone tumor, 4.5 inches from top to bottom. So basically like the size of a grapefruit is what it was explained to me. So he did want to have it surgically removed, and we did. October the 24th. I had it surgically removed, and I'm just gonna say working with Alex is literally like having a cheat code, guys. I wasn't released to go back to work from the doctor until today, January the 17th of 24. I was back at work in 1 week. I was back in the gym 2 weeks after surgery.